qualities in a truck that are most important are reliability, just really great function.
Having a truck is pretty much a necessity to getting to most of these locations. Oftentimes it's narrow, steep, loose, rough, rocky roads.
Having a truck is essential to every part of what we do, from picking up material for the home to delivering the home.
Always carrying something, pulling something.
It's something that we use every single day here.
Imagine a bank that goes where you go, creating seamless solutions for every step in your financial journey, allowing you to manage your money the way you want to, with a banking relationship that makes every day extraordinary. Imagine a world full of possibilities, always within reach. Central Bank. We do banking better.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Not only is Country Financial our insurance, but they treated us like family.
Relationships are the single most important piece of the puzzle. We always ask this question: what is the right thing to do?
Hey, welcome to Central Bank of the Ozarks High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. As always, coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio and presented by Liuna, Labor's Local 663, Building Missouri and Building Missouri State University. Also presented by Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states that care as much about your money as you do. And Doak Propane here in Bolivar, Missouri, for all your propane needs. See the folks at Doak. And we go now north to Schuyler Rams head basketball coach, Chris Prewitt. Coach Prewitt, thanks so much for your time today.
Hey, thank you for the coverage.
You guys 1-0 already on the season. Talk a little bit about your team this year compared to last year. What are you having to replace due to graduation?
Yeah, last year we were still fairly young. I had 2 seniors. One was a starter. The other one was more of a 6-man. That one senior was our second leading scorer. He's a 1,000-point scorer for the program. He's kind of the face of the program for his 4 years here. So it was big shoes to fill. We will miss Trevin, but we return a lot of the other guys. So with him, I got 4 other starters. I got a guy coming off the bench, and then I got a really big freshman class with about 10 with 2 kids that can provide some minutes early. So with that, the core that we had was intact, which helped me being my second year with these guys, being easier continuity of the offense. They understood what we were kind of doing. And along with those freshmen as well, I had them in junior high before I took over the varsity job. And they were very successful then. And I ran the same kind of sets. So I really like my group. We shoot the ball very well. We're not the tallest guys on the court, but we make it up in our speed. It's just so far it's been fun. We had football go a little bit longer than I like, but I've got the guys in the gym for about 8 days now, and I really like what I see.
Hey, Coach, you guys into a lot of conference changing up there. With you guys are now members of the Lewis and Clark Conference. Just kind of handicap that conference a little bit, compare it. I know several of those teams are probably in that Class 2 District 6 along with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so our district, I think, is it's Knox, Scotland, Putnam County, Canton, and Princeton, and then us. So a couple conference opponents up north. Our new conference, or I guess we've been in it for a couple of years now, but the Lewis and Clark is very talented on the boys' side. Harrisburg, Western, Salisbury, they're competitors every year, state ranked teams every year in Class 2. So we get really good competition when we see those guys. But we feel pretty confident, at least on the north half of the conference. Just being up here, seeing what everybody's got, and seeing what we've returned, we feel good about where we stand, and we think we can be competitive all the way through.
Just one game into the season, but you got a tournament starting on Monday. Kind of handicap that tournament. Where you guys seated, I guess, in the Tri-Rivers tournament coming up Monday, and where will that be played?
Yeah, so we host it every year at Schuyler. We have really great facilities here, 2 nice gyms, and so that way we don't have to play those 4:30 or those 9 o'clock games that you see on some tournaments. But our Tri-Rivers Classic's a great tournament every year. It just brings all the old Tri-Rivers back together to play. Historically, Schuyler has been very low seeded, maybe not historically, but at least in the past 5 to 8 years, it's been a struggle on the boys' side. This year, with everybody that we returned in the season we had last year, we received a 3 seed. So we were excited, and we were proud to get some respect from the other guys, in the old conference and in this tournament. But just because we got that doesn't mean a whole lot. We still got to compete. Our first matchup games against Clark County, who's a bigger school, and they returned 4 of their 5 starters and an all-conference Clarendon Canyon conference player. Watched them play last night, and they shoot the ball lights out. They're big and they're fast. So we're going to have our hands full every single game, but it'll be good. It'll be a good early test to kind of see where our guys are at.
And for those of us who are geographically challenged, kind of give us an idea of where you're located, and then kind of the surrounding conference. Are you north of Columbia, or just kind of give it a general idea?
Yeah, so with relations to Columbia, we are about an hour and 45 minutes north. We are 20 minutes outside of Kirksville. So a lot of, at least the north side of our conference sits on that end. You'll see us with Knox and Scotland County and Putnam County. We're right on that Iowa line. I think our county borders Iowa, so we're about as far north as you can get before you cross over. So we see a lot of those schools, Clark County, Milan's. With being up here on the Kirksville area, there are a lot of smaller 1A schools that surround us. They're in the Tri-County Conference, and we do play them quite a bit just because they are right there. So you'll see your Brashears and your Green Cities and Nobbingers and La Platas, which are all really good schools, and just bring really good competition for at least this north side of the state.
Has your schedule changed much from maybe 2-3 years ago when you took over? As far as tournaments, I know you're in the North Shelby tournament, you're in the La Plata Invitational. Are those tournaments that you've been in since you've been there, or do you have a different kind of schedule set up?
We picked up some non-conference games. This year we picked up a strong South Shelby squad, and we picked up Canton. And then I think we picked up Atlanta, who has got a 6'9" kid who's getting looks from all over. So they're going to be really good non-con games for us. As far as tournaments, though, I think it's been kind of set, and it's the way it is for a while. The Tri-Rivers Classic, like I said, we host. We go to North Shelby, and that is time-honored tradition. You go to North Shelby every year. It's a heck of a drive over there, but the atmosphere at North Shelby is unlike anything else. Small, loud. It's a great place to play. And then we do the play to tournament, which is a nice way to end the year. And we have good tournaments, so we like to keep where we're at.
Well, very good. And again, we've been visiting with Schuyler Rams head basketball coach Chris Prewitt. And Coach, I know we've had Schuyler on several times here at the Missouri Sports Network with him. Most of it's been softball related.
Yes.
But good opportunity to catch up and talk a little basketball and find about the conference and the district and the geography. Because I did not have a clue. I knew it was up there.
It's as close as you can get, like I said. A lot of corn.
You bet. Yeah. Well, Coach, as always, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time here on a Thanksgiving Eve, and safe travels. And I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy your time with your family.
Hey, I appreciate it. And again, thank you for the coverage from way up here.
You bet. You bet. You're watching and listening to the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.